Yo, what's up guys, Pierce here. So last Sunday, I actually played the weekly lobby tournaments. I just originally wanted to play it for the bingo event, but I ended up accidentally winning the entire thing. So yeah guys, I'm gonna showcase the gameplay now and hope you guys enjoy. Now this is actually the second time I'm commentating on this game, because the first time I actually commentated on the entire series and I fucking forgot to click start recording on OBS. So yeah guys, it's the second time I'm gonna be commentating on this game. First game we're gonna be up against a mirror matchup. It's going to be Loot Sword versus Loot Sword. And I'm not really that satisfied on how I played a lot of these games. I think a lot of these games I played very sloppily, did a lot of misplays. Looking back, right, because I'm seeing the replay after I did a thing. Yeah, and also the reason why I'm commentating on this post game is because I didn't stream it. As I said, I didn't even think I was gonna win. I was planning to make this into content, but I won the entire thing, so might as well. So very lucky to drop there, top deck on turn 2. The opponent played Returning Slash. Okay. So maybe they didn't have a 2-drop either, but they do end up playing Quick Blader, so it's not that bad. It's not Quick Blader at top deck because, you know, usually you play Quick Blader on turn 1. That probably was a top deck. Played Orcus on turn 3, they played Orcus on turn... I mean, not Orcus, Octris on turn 3. And now I top deck this guy, which is crazy, right? Now I do end up trying to go for casino play, because against this deck, I wanted to be the aggressor. As much as possible, I want to try and go face with Octris there. But I guess I cannot go face with Octris there, because I hit the wrong target, and I needed to trade my Octris. Not the end of the world though. This turn I play Quick Blader, which I also top decked into Zirconia. So as you can see guys, winning this tournament, I didn't just play well. In fact, I don't think I played that well, but I got insanely lucky on some of these games. Like I just top decked that 2-drop earlier, and now I top decked the Quick Blader to play alongside Zirconia, which is kinda crazy. Now, the opponent that did not have a very good turn 5 here, playing Vals, forcing it to Evo and like sacrifice, not even making use of the ambush, right? Such a bad play. Now this turn I play Albert. And then I will Evo the Albert. Now I just use that knight to trade. The reason why I did this play is because, as you can see in my hand, I have Odin and Sinchiro, which is massive damage in the face. So I figured it would be better to just get as much damage as possible. Now, in theory, it would have been better to use to Evo the knight there, playing around Odin. But Albert Evo was playing around some, you know, Vals or something, right? So I don't think it's too bad of a play. Now I play Odin here. Odin, I could have played Sinchiro this turn too, but you know, Sinchiro is just guaranteed 8 damage no matter what. While Odin, if he plays a ward or some shit, Odin cannot really go face. So while Odin can go face, go Odin. Now he does display, which I'm pretty sure he knows he's dead. I activated the amulet last turn because I don't want it to get banished by his Odin. And now I guarantee lethal with Sinchiro. The opponent knows that. He already saw me fuse with Sinchiro before, so he just ends up forfeiting the match, and I win game 1. Okay, now it's time for game 2. I'm playing Swordcraft against Dragoncraft this time. Dragoncraft is a deck that, I mean, it's a class that I'm not really that familiar with this expansion. I haven't matched against Dragoncraft a lot. And it seems like every time I match against Dragoncraft, they're running sort of a different deck. So I don't really know what to expect here. Standard mulligan here. Keep the 2-drop. Keep the Sinchiro, because Sinchiro can be used to combo with a lot of things. And, you know, it's just good to have Sinchiro in your hand. He's like your primary win con in this deck. I do end up top decking Tablet. Tablet of Usurpation is, yeah, I think it's a very good card in a deck like this. Now, I could have played Lance Trooper last turn too, so that card couldn't kill all my shit, but it's fine, right? Because it would mean the Orca kind of gets a value trade. And now he doesn't have anything on turn 3, which is crazy. So I just go ham on the followers. Now, I made a small misplay here. I should have fused a heart to Sinchiro before ending the turn, because now if he clears my entire board, my hand would be full, and that means I burn a heart. It's actually going to be a big deal, right? If I burn something important, like if, for example, if I burn Albert here or a second Sinchiro, that might be crucial because look at how many loot I have in my hand. Now, thankfully, I burned an Octris, which is not really too important, I guess. I fuse to Sinchiro now to kind of empty my hand, play Tablet to, yeah, lessen the cards in my deck. I end up top decking the Octris anyway, so yeah, no big deal, right? No big deal. So now this turn, I could, actually I couldn't play Sinchiro yet, but I could play the Sinchiro without evolving, right, this turn to clear his board, but the problem with that play is I run out of things to clear his board later on. Now, another small misplay here, I should have drawn with the tablet first before doing anything because, you know, I could draw something more important that, you know, I might have a better play this turn. But as I said earlier, I wasn't really paying too much attention of the games because I didn't really think I was gonna win. I was just doing it for the sake of the bingo. So opponent goes for Neptune Evo. That's very easy to clear with Sinchiro, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. Again, I didn't draw first. Drawing first is always nice, but in this case it doesn't really matter much because like this play is like already set anyway. I don't think there's anything I could have drawn that would be better than just Sinchiro this turn, right? Because Sinchiro into Remnant of Hollowness is just, you know, it's just the best play. I don't think I could have drawn anything else that would be better than that. So, still not an excuse not to draw first if you can, but in this turn in particular, not really too big of a deal. Now, Forte is gonna be forced to trade. Very bad for for Dragoncraft to trade with Forte. Forte usually wants to go face, but he didn't really have a choice there. And now Tentacles will just finish the game, and I win game 2. And now, guys, it's gonna be the third game. We're playing against Dragoncraft yet again. Damn, Dragoncraft is actually performing in this tournament. I mean, the first one only got 1 win, so I don't think it performed that well. I think that guy lost his other games after I beat him, so yeah, but this guy got 2 wins. I got 2 wins too. It's the third game, and as you can see on the first turn, he uses plus play point to summon that follower, which screams aggro. Yeah, so against aggro, I think it would be very nice to be able to just play aggressively against him too. I think something that a lot of people don't really consider too much when playing against aggro is just playing aggressively against them. Just end them before they can end you, because you can actually sometimes you can actually do that. Aggro Abyss is kind of harder to do that because they do have a lot of drain while going to your face, but against a deck like this, they don't really have that much healing. And if they heal, they usually don't go to the face while healing, so yeah, this is a deck where you can actually play aggressively against them. I didn't play Vals last turn because I wanted more value from Octris. Like, Octris did get the crest earlier, which means it's gonna pop much sooner. And because he wasn't able to like trade 1-for-1 with his Orca, he was forced to trade his Field Dow into something the last turn. And because of that, I now get to play this guy, right? And then kill Field Dow with the effect. Now, I don't think that effect should activate with Fusion. I think that card is kind of broken, but it is what it is. And I do end up re-evoing here to be able, not just to be able to play the other guy, but wait, why the hell did he trade? What? I guess he just didn't want to to burn the Orca. I guess it's the same thing. But yeah, I play Sinchiro here just with 1 fusion. This is kind of playing around Forte. It's awkward to play Forte now because I do have a guy on the board that kind of has to deal with. This cannot play around. This is not playing around Odin, but I cannot really play around Odin, as you can see from my hand. So there's no point in playing around something that you cannot play around. Just ignore that. For example, your hand cannot really play around Odin. Just ignore the possibility of Odin and try to play around what other cards you can actually play around. This case, Forte, which I played around perfectly. And now I kill Forte while healing for 5 health, and then I go to the face for 9. So the opponent is now put in a somewhat of a difficult spot. He cannot really go ham on hitting face because, you know, he's about to die. So he sports a super evo defensively to kill that. Go face for 2. Now there's not a lot of things that can straight up kill me from 9 HP in this deck. I don't think he kills me next turn. I made another misplay here. I should probably have spawned this guy before using any loot. But anyway, I could actually put Gilded Necklace on him, right, to have ward, but as I said before, I don't think he has anything that can kill me the next turn, and using that spell earlier means my Odin can easily hit his face, and that spell already hit face, so I wouldn't need to clear his board, right? Because imagine he spawned a Neptune there, that means Odin will need to banish Neptune, and then I cannot go face with my Octris spell because it has to clear, it has to hit the Orcas. Anyway, we're playing, we're on to the last game, which is against Swordcraft. Now, this game in particular, I'm not gonna pay too much attention to, because I'm just gonna spoil it for you guys. So, like, you already know I was gonna win, right? So you already know I was gonna win this match. This guy actually bricked so hard, he forfeited on turn 5. And because he forfeited on turn 5, I was actually able to see our match on the huge TV screen right on the lobby tournament. And because of that, I was able to see his hand, and bro bricked so hard, man. He had 2 bales in his starting hand, and he didn't have any cheap followers to combo with that. I don't know if he greeded for the 2 bales, because I didn't really see the mulligan face. I just saw he had 2 bales, a Roach, Amatas, and then a Cynthia, which is absolutely horrendous, right? Now, I knew it was Tempo Forest, so I wanted to go face, so I went for another gamble here. Because if I hit the Cynthia, I would just go face. And I did end up hitting Cynthia. That was also the plan earlier, but I failed the gamble, right? I did hit the Octris, but this time I won the 50-50. He played Amatas with no buffs, and that moment I know, oh man, this game is over. This guy can no longer win after playing the saddest Amatas I've seen in my life. So I just play Zipconia here. And some of you might argue there's a better way to trade here, right? Some of you might argue it's better to hit Amatas with the Knight, so my Zirconia would survive the Glade. Maybe you're correct, maybe not, I don't know. Depends on what cards he has. But yeah, he just dies. And I win the entire tournament, guys. Yeah, if you want to use this deck is heavily if you want to use this deck is heavily inspired by the list from Gamewith, because when I was making this deck, I just looked up decks in the internet. I saw this list from Gamewith, the one with the tablet, and I'm very interested in using it. Now, I did change it a little bit, and by a little bit, I think only one card. The version on Gamewith had Centurion. I don't have it in this deck. I forgot what what else I put in exchange for that copy of the card, but now looking back, having played the deck already, I think you should not remove that. I think if you want to play this deck, you should definitely just copy the one from Gamewith. But yeah, anyway guys, that's gonna be all for this video. Yeah, I wasn't really playing too seriously, but I accidentally won. Nice. I got some decent rewards too. Nice. So thank you for tuning in. See you all next time. Bye bye.